Flash Professional CS6 has greatly improved the management of the Air SDKs within the application. This lesson will examine the new options available to us, how to manage numerous SDKs within Flash Professional CS6. So here we have Flash Pro CS6 opened up, and if you want to manage the Air SDKs, it's done in a very similar way to how we actually manage Flash Professional extensions. So we go into the Help menu here, and we go down, and right under Manage Extensions is this new option, Manage Air SDK. So this little dialog opens up, and it shows us that we have one Air SDK actually loaded in already that Flash Professional is aware of, Air 3.2. And this is actually what's being shipped with Flash Professional CS6. You can see the path is in Program Files, Adobe Flash CS6, and there's a little folder Air 3.2 in there. It's important to note that managing the Air SDKs is sort of a future-looking feature. What I mean by that is you won't be able to actually import and include and manage older Air SDKs. Air 3.2 is the first of many Air SDKs that we'll be able to manage through this panel. Since there is no Air 3.3 yet, what I've done is actually gone and sort of replicated the Air 3.2 SDK that we see included within Flash Professional right here, and I've just placed this into a directory on my C drive under SDK and a little place called Air 3.2. So it's basically a copy of what comes bundled with Flash Professional, and it's a copy of this very same SDK. But it's the only one that can actually be used with Flash Professional right now. So that's why I'm copying that and using it to demonstrate this. In the future, you'll be able to go to adobe.com, and you can see here the URL. It may change with future versions of Air, but right now the URL is adobe.com/special/products/air/SDK. And from here, you can download the Adobe Air SDK with all the different tools and frameworks and so forth. You download that to your local file system using Mac or Windows machine. And then you just sort of pull all that stuff over into the directory of your choosing, in this case, Air 3.2 here. And then jumping back into Flash Professional to our Manage Air SDK dialog, we can go in and hit this little plus sign. And you can see it actually doesn't allow us to remove the default SDK. So let's add one. So add a new SDK. And we'll go into Computer, and we put it in our C drive under SDK and Air 3.2. So hit OK. So you can see that it brings it in as Air 3.2.0.1420, which is the version that's being used in this build of Flash Professional CS6. So that could change by the time that release rolls around, but that doesn't really matter. What's really nice about this is you've got this sort of fine-grained version number here, which, you know, if you wanted to, you could put a whole bunch of these SDKs in here and flip between them all. So it also shows us the path to this SDK. If we want to remove it, we can easily do that. And again, we can't actually remove the default SDKs that come bundled with Flash Professional CS6, and that's probably a good thing. So let's hit OK. And now we're going to need to use this Air SDK. And what we're going to have to do is create a new project. So let's create a new ActionScript 3 project. And when we go to our publish settings here, for our target, we drill that down, and you can see that we now not only have options for Air 3.2 and Air 2.5 and so forth, we also have Air 3.2.0.1420 for Android, desktop, and iOS right here in our regular target menu. So when Air 2.0.1560 is released, if It's just a number I'm making up, but we could easily integrate that into this same panel here. In a similar way, maybe more realistic, Air 3.2, 3.4, 3.5, Air 4, we could use this same exact principle of going to Help and choose Manage Air SDK, and we can search for those SDKs that we've downloaded and add them to Flash Professional so that they're available for us to use within the target menu within the Properties panel. So in this lesson, we've demonstrated how to actually manage multiple Air SDKs within Flash Professional CS6.